Good morning and happy Friday, traders. We are drawing close to this week, and we have one open position still on the BitCoin, which I'm going to be closing off now. It is starting to look a little dodgy. It is bouncing off that resistance again, but also it's the weekend, and I quite like the profit that we have here, so I'm going to look for a new entry on Monday or Tuesday. The other reason is I want to show you how to look at your account history again, and we'll have a quick recap over the three currencies. So let's first have a look at how we've been doing on Bitcoin. We enter the market, and let me look at the trade. Here we go. We are at about just under $900 profit. That's after holding the trade for a while, so we have been paying a swap rate. So this is pretty good. I'm fairly happy with the extra 900 bucks. That's not bad at all. The Bitcoin is bouncing off this line again. We can see that it came up and came back down. So we're still kind of waiting for this 0.0 line, this previous resistance line, to be broken. Then we might see that clear sailing towards that beautiful 20k mark. We are running out of the year. We only have 16 days left, so let's see what happens with that. I'm going to close this trade now. So here we go. That's the amounts of pips that I'm in, or points, or however it's called on the Bitcoin, and we're going to cash in 900. Are we going to be lucky and hit 900? No, let's just be safe, shall we? That's close enough. Alright, so now we've cashed that in. We're going to hold off on Bitcoin until next week. Certainly not going to place a new trade just before a weekend on this. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum has taken a bit of a knock. We had this ascending line that we saw starting to get broken here, and we popped in the fib lines. Now we saw some resistance at around this fib level. You can see how it kind of bounced up and came down, and then it broke through this previous support line. At this point here, it looks like, okay, it's not a very good candle. The wick is a little bit too long, but there is some information telling us that this might be going long. If we put in a horizontal line at that point, we can actually explore this a little further. And like most of the cryptocurrencies, we have no real historical data because this is as high as it's ever really been. It's difficult to tell if this is a short-term downtrend because we haven't seen any confirmation of a complete change in direction, and it's hard to read off historical data. But if you put a gun to my head and told me I had to trade, I would still be trading this in a bullish position purely because of the fundamentals and what they're telling us about the cryptocurrencies. And let's have a look at the LiteCoin. The LiteCoin is following this trend beautifully all the way down. I'm glad we stayed out of the LiteCoin and decided not to trade that and rather wait and see. It does look suspiciously like we've had a change in direction. This is just the 1 hour, so let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, we don't really have any. We still need it to come up, give us a high, and then come down again before we can confirm if that is really a change in direction. But this is purely on technical analysis. I think the weekend and early next week, once people have been trading the Bitcoin a bit more on the open market, we should see what's going to be happening with these cryptocurrencies. Another moment everyone's been waiting for. We have been running these series of YouTube videos for 2 months now, so let's see how we started off. I'm going to save as detailed reports and load it up. Oh, it's on my other monitor, just bringing it through. Here we go. This is how we've been doing. Quite well. We've placed only 7 trades in this training series, and we've won 6 out of the 7. Our largest profit was $8.96. That's what we just closed now. Average at 421. We've only had 1 loss, so the largest and average is the same, but luckily it's lower than our average profitable trade. And with 85% success rate, this is quite good. This is what you want to be seeing. Although 85 is a bit high, honestly, I would be happy with anything above 70%. If you're hitting 70%, you're doing quite well. There are only 7 trades, so we can't take this too seriously. But if you were following along over these last 7 trades, you could have done reasonably well with this YouTube series that we're running.